Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Secret Life of. I'm Liz.
And I'm Lynnsey, and this is your weekly listen about friendship, creativity, entrepreneurship, and the simple joys in life.
I have to tell you, Linz, I have missed recording.
I have
I
really
know.
missed it.
It's like, what a delight. This podcast is just pure fun.
It is pure fun.
It really
and
is.
I'm actually like excited to edit
Yay.
again, even though I'm like inundated with editing for like wedding
Yeah.
stuff. This is like a different kind of editing. It's like a little bit
Yes.
more fun. Yeah, it's not like client facing.
Totally. All right. We ready to talk about skincare?
I am so ready to talk about skincare. We wanted to do a full episode on skincare because one of our top listened to episodes was the one with Liz's esthetician, Kate. We had a lot of questions and like got like a lot of like comments and feedback from that episode. And so we want to dive into what Liz and I are currently doing for our skin. And I am not going to act like an expert at all. Like, I feel like I have like a semblance of a routine. Consistency is my problem, but has Liz has it down. Like, she is the self-care queen. So I'm gonna give my stuff that works. I am like, what do they call it? Like lazy hot girl
I love
method.
that for you.
Like I just want things to be as simple and easy as
I get
possible. And if I neglect my skincare for a week, these products will revive me like quickly
Bring you
as
back
well.
to life.
So that's what I'm about. Bring me back to
love it.
life.
I am so excited about this episode because skincare, as you know, Linz, is like I want to be an esthetician. I have literally talked to Kate about this where I'm like, she's like, Liz, I met you 7 years ago. And since the beginning of time, you have told me how you want to become an esthetician. And I'm like, I know. I have. I've been talking about it with her for years. Like, I dream of having my own little. This is like total dreaming. Like, have I never told you this, Linz?
No.
Yeah, it's like I'm so passionate about it. I'm so like, I just love it so much that I dream about becoming an esthetician and having my own little spa that I make really beautiful and I like pamper women all day. I mean, what a delight. I also almost went to school for it in 2020 which COVID ruined it because 2 weeks or a week prior to, there was like rumblings about COVID, but none of us were really like, oh yeah, this pandemic is coming, like the world is ending. It wasn't like that yet. And Elena is also really passionate about it. And we had an appointment at the school that Kate went to do like a walkthrough and just like learn more. And, you know, it was kind of like an open house. And then we canceled because of COVID. We got nervous and we were like, maybe this isn't. And then that was it. Like nothing's ever happened. Anyways, that's just a nice, fun side story.
You would be an excellent esthetician.
Thank you. I think it'd be so fun. Maybe I will do that in the future. Who knows? But yeah, I'm excited to talk about products we love and what our routines are, like our skincare rituals, because I feel like the actual products, buying them and using them are fun, but I also love learning too, like the order in which people use them. So yeah, let's talk about it. Do you want to go first, Linz? Like, what do you do to start? Like in the morning, or what do you want to share first?
Well, I feel like the morning is really impacted by what you do at night, right?
That's so true. Like, do you go to bed with your makeup on? Because I do that sometimes and it's terrible.
So do I.
Hi, I want to be an esthetician, but I go to sleep with my makeup on. What?
I'm sure that some estheticians do that. Like, nobody's perfect.
You're right.
Yeah. Currently, I am in desperate need of like getting back into my routine because I am in that phase where like I'm like, oh my God, I have to get on a video call right now or I have to go shoot. And I'm just like slapping concealer where it needs to go. And like, please don't look too close because the skin was not prepped ahead of time. And then who knows if I'll take it off at night. That's where I'm at currently. But this episode is going to inspire me. I'll probably actually do my shit tonight.
Perfect.
Anyway,
it?
Yeah, so typically, yeah, maybe I'll just start with like my night routine that I do. I got a few of my products from my esthetician. It's from a brand called Vitalize Skincare. It's like medical grade or whatever. And I have pretty acne prone skin, so it has like salicylic acid in it. It's good for acne. Little goes a long way. So I cleanse with that. And then I kind of do what they call like skin cycling. Have you heard of that
Okay.
term?
No.
It,
Tell
yeah,
me
I think,
more.
well,
Putting
okay,
it in
so
the
I
show
think,
notes.
well, I think estheticians think that this is a silly term because basically it's just doing something slightly different every night. So you're not over
Oh,
exfoliating. So like
okay.
for instance, like I've got these little brightening pads that
Mm-hmm.
are kind of rough and like exfoliate my skin, but are like doused with like salicylic acid. But I'm not going
Mm-hmm.
to use these on the same night that I'm using my retinol.
That is the thing with skincare. It's like
Yeah.
you got to make sure you're not mixing certain things that are going to counteract certain things.
Yeah.
Are we making
Yeah.
this
Because
complicated?
I think we are assuming maybe some prior knowledge to skincare before listening to this episode, but to
Mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
maybe after every step we'll just kind of explain it as if somebody is a fifth grader.
Okay.
If you're into skincare at all, you probably heard about retinol. And it is basically just tretinoin is a type of like chemical, I guess, that you put on your skin and it helps the cells turn over quickly. So it is a chemical exfoliant at its core. So you don't want to then be like using a physical exfoliant or anything like on top of the tretinoin because then you'll like strip your barrier, which is a nice little layer that protects your moisture and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Am I
Yes.
explaining this correctly?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Totally
yeah. So essentially
get
every
it.
other night or whatever, I am using a different exfoliator because I have very, very dry skin. I need to slough that stuff off, but I have to do so intentionally.
Love this.
So my morning routine is very dependent on what I did in the evening, but typically I've cleansed in the evening and I don't wash my face in the morning because my
Ooh.
skin is just too dry for that. It like can't handle being that clean, you
Mm-hmm,
know?
mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so I cleanse and then I put on, I am a huge fan of the company Dew. You've probably
Ooh.
seen the one of the co-founders, Charlotte Palermino. She's Charlotte Parlor on TikTok and Instagram, and she is like so knowledgeable on skincare. Really debunks a lot of like what you need and what you don't need, and I love her. She's amazing,
What's
and
her
this is
name
her
for the show
company,
notes, Lynn?
Charlotte Palermino, and she is the co-founder of the company Dieux, Dieux.
Cat.
And I use like almost every product they have, except for like their hand sanitizer. And then there's like a gel hydration serum, but I don't use that. But I use their Deliverance Trinity Serum. It's got cannabinoids in it, niacinamide and peptides and all the stuff. Anyway, it's amazing. So I cleanse, I put that on, and then I use their Oracle Reviving Eye Gel to just like plump up my under eyes because again like my main thing is dry skin and acne.
Mm-hmm.
So and they're just like comorbid with each other. If my skin gets too dry, then I'll break out. Like there's just like this extra layer of like dry skin that I've just got to like turn over as quickly as possible. So I'm always
Mm-hmm.
about hydration, and these serums are just like excellent for maintaining moisture. And then on top of that, I put on their Instant Angel. I have gone through like no joke, probably 40 of these bottles.
Oh my God, what is this stuff?
It's called, yeah, Instant Angel Lipid Rich Facial Moisturizer. It
Anything
is
that says lipid in
thick.
it, I want it.
It is amazing. Also, the other co-founder of this, the chemist that like formulates these, used to be the chemist at SkinCeuticals.
Oh shit. Well, we know how I feel about
So
SkinCeuticals. Oh my
she
gosh.
knows what
And
she's
this is a
doing.
moisturizer?
Yes, this is a cream moisturizer. And they also have like a serum moisturizer as well for like more oily skin folks.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like literally like moisturizer and Aquaphor in a bottle. Like it's just,
Oh, that
it
sounds so
feels like
good.
heavy cream just on my face, and then
Ooh,
it absorbs too. It doesn't just like sit there, you know? It's
yes.
great.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
great.
That is amazing. Can't wait to put all of these things in the show notes for everyone. Are we still
Yep.
on daytime? We're still going.
We're selling to, and then, but then I just top it off with sunscreen. A good old, from my esthetician, SPF
What
45.
kind of sunscreen are you using?
Oh, this is from Vitalize Skincare. It's the medical grade stuff from my esthetician.
Ooh, I need a good. Well, I'll get to what I'm using for sunscreen, but I feel like I'm ready to like step up a bit because I think I want to go full
I,
mineral. Like I want it
oh,
clinical,
you want it clinical.
which yours
I
sounds
have
clinical.
heard it is clinical,
Yeah.
yes. I would like to ask her though, because on the topic of Dew and Charlotte Palomino, she's really brought to light that there are really archaic SPF laws in the US,
Hmm.
that our sunscreen is like 50, 60 years behind the new SPF technology. So
Cool.
if you buy your sunscreen like direct from like Korea or like other countries, that's why women, when they go to France, they just like stock up on French
Mm.
skincare because their SPFs are just way more advanced than what we have here. So,
My question
yeah.
though about that, and we will get to. Well, I guess we are already on the sunscreen topic, but like other countries also don't have their sunscreen regulated like ours is. So they don't have like
Mm,
certain things to abide by. It's a little bit of the Wild West, which so is
okay.
ours, but meaning that certain chemicals that are put in sunscreen aren't necessarily safe to be in our bloodstream. And other countries don't have to meet
Oh.
that criteria like we do in the States. However, we're still working through certain things that are still in chemical sunscreens in the States that are not safe. And there's even certain chemicals in what we consider safe sunscreen that we don't have data yet about whether or not they're good or bad. So it's very
Yeah.
scary because it's a double-edged sword. We have to wear sunscreen to protect ourselves, but then at the same time, is it causing cancer? I'm like, what? I listened to this episode recently. You know Sanjay Gupta? Do you know who Sanjay Gupta is?
Yes.
Yes, he advises whatever. Sanjay Gupta was like during COVID really doing a lot of advising, basically. And he was on a lot of podcasts and whatever. And he has his own podcast. And I was listening. It's really great. It's like 20 to 30-minute episodes, very easy, digestible information about how to be happy, current events, like things like that. Just like a really lovely way to be informed about stuff. And it's called Chasing Life. And I've been like, I just discovered it, and so I've been binging it. And I will put this in the show notes. But he recently had an episode on sunscreen, and I even sent it to Zach because I was like, "Oh my gosh, you have to listen to this! Like, this is really important." And it talks a lot about this, about the regulation about
Okay.
sunscreen and like a certain chemical to look in the ingredients when you're buying sunscreen to try not to buy the ones that have this. It's called oxybenzone. That's what you should not use. If your
Okay.
sunscreen has oxybenzone, you know, and the overall, just to give you a real quick cliff note, the overall consensus is that because there's mineral sunscreens, like which are like clean sunscreens. I say that in quotes. And then there's chemical sunscreens. So you've got your copper tone, you've got your banana boat, like those are
Mm,
chemical sunscreens, right? Usually mineral sunscreens are better for you because they don't have all the like other shit in it. But there are mineral sunscreens that do have certain things that we don't have a lot of data on yet, that kind of stuff. So the overall consensus is to use, as much as possible, use a mineral sunscreen. But if you are going to use a chemical sunscreen, to be more mindful of what the ingredients are.
okay, now I'm
It's
going to
not
look at the
necessarily,
ingredients on mine. Yeah, I think mine is mineral because it only has, it
it
doesn't have
sounds
the
mineral.
benzo. Yeah, it doesn't have the benzo, whatever.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one, Linz.
The main ingredient, 12% of zinc oxide, which zinc is like the mineral ingredient, right?
Yeah, it's like what you put on
Yeah.
your baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the name of the episode on Chasing Life is called What You Need to Know About Sunscreen. It's
Okay.
33 minutes long. It's really great.
Go listen to
Anywho,
that.
I
Yeah.
know.
So then, I top it all off with sunscreen and then throw in a little Aquaphor on my lips and call it good before makeup.
Aquaphor is one of the best things that has ever been created.
I have a
I
giant
love
vat.
Aquaphor. It costs like $50. It's so
Yeah, and
amazing
it
though.
will last me 50 years. Like that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh
is
yeah.
that gross? It just
I love
little
it.
finger.
No. It's like a
It's amazing.
miracle cream. I know. I
It
love
really
it.
is.
Okay, so then what do you do at nighttime?
At nighttime, I take off all my makeup and then I'm either if I'm exfoliating that night, some nights I take a break, but I'm either using my tretinoin or my
Mm-hmm.
brightening pads from Vitalize Skincare. That's basically just salicylic acid. It's like a little exfoliating pad. And if I'm not using those,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm doing what I learned was called slugging, which you do all of your skincare, you don't exfoliate, and then you put a pea-sized amount of Aquaphor all over your face to lock it in. And I sleep like that.
Wow.
So I
But
go to
do you
sleep
not
like
sleep
a
on your
little
side?
wet rat. No, I sleep on my back.
Wow. Like because of this or because you're already a natural back sleeper?
I'm already a natural back sleeper and I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me.
Okay.
Anyway,
Wow.
and I wake up looking
I
like a beautiful
I
little
am not.
baby.
So when you wake up, is your skin has it all just like seeped in or do you still feel a little tackiness from the
It's
Aquaphor?
all seeped in. It's all absorbed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fascinating. We're just
Yeah.
we're preserving people. We're preserving.
We are. I
I love
literally
this.
embalm myself before bed.
Yes, yes. I saw a TikTok the other day of this woman who was like, she said something like her husband was like, I just want to lay next to you every night. And then you see her like come into frame and she's got all her stuff on. She looks crazy. She has like her hair back with like, some special bonnet and her hair's up in some sort of curling device and her face is like full of things and she's like, I am preserving. This is what you're going
Hmm.
to get if you want to lay next to me every night. And it's so true.
It
Part
really
of this
is.
is
Like,
anxiety, but also we love skincare.
and I love those videos. It's like I go to bed ugly so I can wake up looking snatched. I'm not
So
that level. Like
snatched.
some women are wearing like jaw, like trainers and like they like tape
Oh,
their
yeah.
mouths and like they've got their frowny stickers on their
Yeah.
foreheads. Like I'm not that level, but I get it. I get it.
I do too. I'm not there either, but I do too. I was taping my mouth shut for like 2 weeks. This was like a couple years ago. And I just didn't continue, not for any particular reason. But so I think you need to really do that for a prolonged amount of time to see results. And like, I didn't notice anything different really, but I think it's right? Like, mouth taping is like a whole thing because it's supposed to like really change the way like your tongue and your chin and everything like it's supposed to make everything look snatched and
Yeah.
help you sleep better.
I think I've heard it does help you sleep better. Does it matter though if you don't sleep with your mouth open? Because I've asked Ian, I'm like, I need you to take a note. When you see me sleeping, is my mouth wide open? Because if I am breathing through my mouth, then yeah, I think your jaw like does
Mhm.
move backwards. But I sleep with my mouth closed. So it's like, do I need to tape it too? I don't know. I don't.
Same. Yes, you are supposed to tape it either way because what it does is when your mouth is completely like shut down from the tape,
Mm-hmm.
it forces your tongue to rest in your mouth the proper way. So this is hard to explain on a podcast because they can't see me, but like this is how your tongue, like if your tongue's not in the right position, notice this part right here. So like you're under your
She's
chin,
pointing to under
basically,
her
that
chin.
section.
Yeah.
If my tongue is in the wrong position, it looks like this. But if I put it in the right direction,
Which is what's the right
do you see
direction
the
at the roof of
difference?
your mouth? Yeah.
Yes, your tongue is supposed to rest on the roof of your mouth. And a lot of times we don't do that. We like clench our teeth and like our tongue is just like flailing around in there. So when your tongue is touching like the roof of your mouth, I know this is insane. Um,
Your
when your
tongue's
tongue
just
is on the
going
roof of your
wild
mouth,
in there.
your your chin just looks more like firm and you see more definition, and it's supposed to help like the way your jaw moves with, I don't know all the technicalities, but it's a whole deep dive. But we're talking
Okay.
about skincare, so we're not going to go there.
I will consider
Wow.
some mouth tape if I can consistently put on moisturizer first. I think that's step number one, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Totally.
Okay, Liz, what is
Okay.
your morning? Tell me your morning.
I would like to preface this with I have rosacea. So I have like products that my dermatologist has recommended for me. Rosacea, if you don't know what that is, it's basically like a skin condition where you have hyperactive blood vessels in your skin on your face, and so you have a lot more rosiness than other people, and it's mainly
Mm.
in my T-zone, my chin. So I should have brought those products with me, because if you do have rosacea and you're not treating it and you want to go talk to a dermatologist, I want you to be prepared to know that like these are products you'll probably use. And then I wash with a couple different things. So if I'm in a season of like bougie, I'm using all the like nice products. I really love the brand Fresh, and they
Okay.
have an amazing soy cleanser and it smells good. I also really love their packaging. It's like very pretty.
That
Right now,
matters.
what I'm using is, it does matter. We love a good package. I'm using this cleanser that is prescription for people who have rosacea. So you do need a dermatologist to prescribe this to you, but it doesn't sound sexy in any way, and it's just like, hi, clinical bottle, but it's like a huge bottle. It's like part sulfur and part sodium, a word I cannot pronounce. And so you use it morning and night, and it's like very calming, and it like helps people with rosacea like calm the redness. And then what I do, also prescription, is it's like a triple cream serum type of thing. It's really thick and a little goes a long way, and you put it all over like your rosacea areas. And I will put this in the show notes too, because it's very clinical. But again, like a lot of people have rosacea. And if you're feeling lost about what the hell to do with your skin, these are products that if you go see a dermatologist, you could talk to them about and see what they recommend. This one's really helping me for sure. It's like a gel.
And both of
Then,
those are prescriptions.
yes, both of those are prescriptions. You are not going to find this like online anywhere. Then I move on to my serums. So I really love SkinCeuticals. As we have learned from my esthetician, she has completely like transformed my love for SkinCeuticals. So the daytime serum I use is called CE Ferulic, and it's like it's anti-aging, it's moisturizing, and it really prepares your skin for moisturizer, which essentially is what serums are
Mm.
supposed to do. It's like the prep for the moisture type of thing, but it's really incredible, and it has antioxidants in it, and it really has shaped my skin, like really changed it. I used to have incredibly dry skin, and it would, because it was so dry, a lot of times it would look super dull, like it
Mm.
just looked a little flaky, and I didn't have really like any brightness to my skin until I started using this, and it's like really changed the game. So I will link that in the show notes. And then I moisturize. So if I'm in a place where I'm here for all the expensive, delicious skincare, I'm also using SkinCeuticals moisturizer. It's called, and I love what it's called. It's called Triple Lipid Restore, and it's thick. She's a thick girl.
That's the same chemist that did Dew's
Exactly.
lipid rich facial
Ugh,
moisturizer. Yeah.
love
Anyway.
this. Yeah. So that's a really, really yummy moisturizer. It is some dollar signs, so I don't always have it on hand, but when I do, I'm like, oh God, this is just it's so luxurious. Like I just feel so great.
Do you
It feels like a
notice
treat.
a difference? Do you notice a difference in your skin between when you're using that moisturizer versus something less expensive?
I do. It's like my skin, as far as like a moisturizing level, does feel more silky. Like I just feel like it feels, yeah. Moisturizer, what I've learned from Kate is like moisturizer is important no matter what. It's not where you have to spend a lot of your money because your serums are what's doing the hard work, but your
Yeah.
moisturizer like is important. So like that's why I'm saying like the bougie ones, you'll definitely feel a difference. But a less expensive moisturizer is also going to do the job. It's just not going to feel the same.
Okay.
Like the triple lipid restore is $155. Like what? It's
And
crazy.
it lasts you what, like
But
2 months?
exactly. Exactly. Because you're using it day and night. You know what I mean? You're double it's so it is, if you have the money to spend on it, it is so worth it. But it's also not a product. Like I'm always prioritizing the serums more than the moisturizer. So in times where I'm not using the triple lipid, I'm straight up using CeraVe. Like you
Nice.
buy it over the counter. CeraVe is the shit. Can I just say, for an over the counter moisturizer like that you can literally get at Costco or Target, it really does a great job. It's thick. You can put it on your face and your body, and it is amazing. You can get a 2-pack at Costco. It really brings me joy. So, anyways, I just wanted to give that little tidbit because yeah, it really does not feel like triple lipid restore, okay? But it really moisturizes and it does what it needs to do. So, anyways, that's my morning routine. And then I use sunscreen. The sunscreen I've been using for forever and a day has been Supergoop.
Ooh, yeah.
I love Supergoop. They have like all sorts of different brands with kinds of sunscreen now under the Supergoop brand. But the one I've always used is I literally buy like the big, huge tub of Supergoop Play. And I've been using it for so long that I'm like, okay, well, maybe I need to change it up. So I might use the one that you're using, Linz. I might change and use that for a
Yeah.
while. Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, so that's morning time. Nighttime, I double cleanse and I use an oil cleanser and then I use my regular cleanser afterwards. And I use Eminence Stone Crop oil cleanser. I slather it all over my face and like massage my skin basically. And I can literally see all the mascara, all the eyeshadow, everything just like coming off my face. It is so delightful and satisfying. And then you just like emulsify with water until it's all gone, and then you wash with your cleanser. Then I'm using my triple cream rosacea serum, and then I'm using my nighttime serum, which is so heavenly. It's called Blemish. It's by SkinCeuticals. Blemish and Age Defense Salicylic Acid Acne Treatment for Aging Skin Prone to Breakouts. This stuff is,
What?
oh my God, Linz, I want you to use this. Okay. I'm going to put
Okay.
this in the show notes.
Okay.
Oh, it's what helps me stay. It's so sexual. I mean, like, I just want to slather my whole body in it. It's amazing. It's like miracle in a bottle. If you have acne prone skin, it is the most amazing nighttime serum because it also acts as a, like, what did Kate call it? Like a chemical exfoliant rather than a
Yeah.
physical exfoliant. Because the physical ones, right, are like the ones that have little beads in it and stuff like that. This is like
Yeah.
exfoliating chemically. So it goes on, it's like a nice thick serum. And then I wake up in the morning and my skin is so soft. It's
Ooh.
really magical. So after I put that on, I then moisturize and call it a day.
There you go.
I really want to start using eye cream. I just haven't found one that I like yet.
You should get this Dew stuff.
Okay. I'm excited about this brand Dew. I'm going to look into it.
They are great. They're in Sephora now. They were like used to be just kind of like their own thing for a while, and then Sephora I think picked them up a few months ago, which is pretty cool.
Amazing.
But I literally have like a subscription to their stuff.
Oh, wow.
Like it just automatically sends to me because this is like how much I love it.
Oh,
And they have reusable eye masks. So often I'll like
Ooh,
use their little eye cream and they're like cute little eye masks that have like little stars and stuff on them. And I
yes.
just feel like a little,
Oh,
yeah.
I love this. Well,
Yeah.
there's other stuff we do to like maintain, right? Like that's like our day to
Yes.
day. And I feel like we have stuff we do maybe like once a week or once a month, every quarter. Like, what's that stuff for you, Linz?
So my once a week isn't like necessarily skincare related, but I mean, no, it is. It's like, cause it's on my face, but I generally will do like my little face shaving thing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to call it dermaplaning because it's not as good and it's not the same as when you go to your
Yeah.
esthetician and have it done. But I find that it's just nice to like slough off kind of those peach fuzzy hairs
Yeah.
in between.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do my own eyebrows. So like I always go through and I like pluck and I trim them. And then I've got two lovely hairs that grow out of each cheek.
No.
One's white, one's
What the
black.
fuck, Linz? I hate this.
Yeah, I'm like a little Dalmatian. And if I don't watch them, then they will just appear. And so one of my weekly things is just check in to make sure that they're not there. And then I've got two lovely little chin hairs too that I watch out for.
It's wild. Why do
But
women have to deal with this?
but yeah, I would love to find like a nice face mask or something to add to that weekly ritual, but I haven't found anything that like feels luxurious, you know? Or
I
I
have
feel
one for
like
you.
does. Okay, great.
Yeah.
What is your weekly thing? This is a great. Let's move
Okay.
into yours.
Yes. I have 3 masks to talk about. Everyone has logged off of this episode. They're like, Liz, you're overwhelming
No,
me.
I really love. I think we have a good like yin and yang going because while we have a lot of the same interests, I do feel like you are the more like feminine bougie version,
Interesting.
whereas like I understand all the bouginess. I love the bouginess, but I'm not consistent with it and I am naturally a tomboy, I feel like.
I love this about you, Linz.
Yeah. Thank
That's why
you.
we're going to be wife and wife one day.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
living in our moon
Yeah.
tent, smothering each other's boobies.
Moon tent.
Can I tell everyone how you showed me your boobies over the weekend?
Yeah, no,
It
please.
was one of the best moments of my life. Lynnsey just straight up was like, I want to show you my boobs. And I was like, perfect. And she took her bra off and everything was right in the world. And I was like, oh my God, look at these perfect breasts. I'll never forget it.
I love how with no context that sounds ridiculous. Like I came over and I was like, Liz, it's time. I want to show you these titties. And I
Dreams do come
just
true,
got
people.
naked.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
fine. For context, Lynnsey came over. She was in town. We did podcast things together, and then she was changing into a dress, and she's like, by the way, look at my boobs. And I was like, yes, how I want to start every morning.
no, there's even more context though, and that Liz was talking about realizing sometimes what your boobs look like in different positions.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
and how I was in a hotel room recently and they had like those mirrored doors on the closet and the closet looked right into the bathroom. Like, so I was like getting ready to take a shower and I like bent over naked and I saw what that view was in the mirror.
Glorious.
And I was not, that's what Liz says. And so I felt the need to show her.
And I fucking respect it. And I am honored that I got to view such a view. I mean, honestly. Also, why is it that things just start to feel so National Geographic for us? Like,
yeah.
you know, like in sexy time, we were talking about this, Lynnsey and I. We're like, oh my God, during sexy time, this is the view that they have. What?
Yeah. And how like I don't think I want to like seek that out for myself again to like
Right.
view what they view.
Right.
But I'm happy that he's happy with it,
We're
you
happy.
know?
Yeah. Like, they're just like, oh my God, you're naked. And we're out here in our like female brains thinking about what that actually looks like. Meanwhile, they're like, I am here for this. And we're over here like,
Yeah.
why? But we just need to surrender and realize they think it's hot and that's what matters, you know?
That's what matters.
I
Yep.
think everything about you is hot, Lynnsey. I've told you. Lay on top of me. It's fine.
I feel the same
Oh,
about you. And
well.
we did, guys, we have reels that are coming of Liz
Oh my
forcing
gosh.
herself on
Yeah,
me.
the love aggression is so deep. I don't know how to contain it. And we're back.
Okay.
Back to masks, facial masks.
Facial masks, yes,
Okay,
please
this
tell
is
me.
a weekly ritual, especially if I know I have like something I need to be at that week. But I have three different masks that I would like to talk about.
Okay.
One is it's by, do you know that brand First Aid Beauty?
Yeah.
I really like them. They have this mask. It's called Ultra Repair Instant Oatmeal Mask. You literally feel oats on your face. Okay? And as we all know, if you had the chicken pox as a kid, your mom would throw you in an oatmeal bath. So it
Yep.
goes back to the roots. It is very oatmeal-y and I love it. Like you can see, you're not going to see this, Lynnsey, but like you can see little oatmeal particles in it and I love it. And then I've literally slathered it all over Zach's face too. Cause side note, Zach loves doing facials with me, like masks. Anyways, so this is a really good once a week thing and it's good for sensitive skin. You just put it on for 10 minutes. Another one, if I'm in a brightening mood, is by the brand Acure, and
Mm.
it's called Brilliantly Brightening. So if you're feeling like your skin's been kind of yucky and dull, this is a really good one for that. And then lastly, this can be a once a week mask or it could be like one because it's a little bit bougier than the others. It's by SkinCeuticals. So I try not to use it like all the time because I'm like always trying to savor every little morsel of it, but it's called, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's
Fido.
Phyto Corrective Mask, intensive calming botanical mask, and it smells,
Ooh.
oh my God, it smells like a spa. And it's
Ooh.
like green and silky. And it's super moisturizing. So it's really good to do masks like this the day before your wedding, the day before
Mm.
you're going to be in a photo shoot, something like that. You want to do it the night before. And I just love doing this. Every time I'm going to be in front of camera for work or something, I try to do it the night before. I did it the night before my wedding, like that kind of thing. So that could be a once a week, or you can save it like me and do it before events. Yeah, so those are my weekly masks.
I am going to need links to all of
Yep,
those.
linking.
And
Oh,
then quarterly, I think we both have the same thing, which is we both just go to our esthetician, which I would love to do monthly, but the funds are just
oh,
not there.
dude, same. Or even just bi-monthly would be such a treat. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's, expensive.
Typically, I'm planning my quarterly, and I say this in quotes, facial around like the change of the season. So,
That's a good,
like,
yeah.
yeah, like I've just finished the majority of my summer weddings. So my last one is this weekend, and then I'm not shooting again till October. So I will probably get a facial in between now and then just to like, I don't know, just like the craziness of wedding season. Like I'm not as consistent with my skincare routine. I'm out in the sun more. So like even if I'm good about sunscreen, I'm not reapplying as much as I normally would.
Hmm.
So a good facial and a
It's
good
like a good
dermaplane,
reset.
and it really is amazing. And she can assess things and be like,
Yes.
fix some stuff.
Speaking of assessing, you were talking about retinol, and
Yeah.
still have never used it except for that one time in high
Mm.
school where I thought I could just go full blown retinol and I burned my face. What a time. Well, I discussed this with Kate and I was like, I feel like, you know, I'm 41. I think it might be time that I start using retinol. What do you think? She goes, I think you're ready, but I want to start slowly. And so she said that a really good one for people who have sensitive skin and are trying to get into retinol is by a brand called Sente, which when she was on our podcast, she did talk about this brand. It's called Sente. I will link it. It's the one in a purple bottle, and it's called Sente Bio Complete Serum, a nighttime retinol based facial serum to combat dull and aging skin. So you're using it like a nighttime serum. And I think she had told me to start like doing it once or twice a week, and we were going to assess how it was going. And then if it's going well, maybe even doing it 3 times. We don't know yet, but I haven't started yet, but I wanted to offer that as like something to talk about with your esthetician, anyone listening who's like interested, and see what they say if that's like a good fit for you.
So it must be cut with something then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has vitamin C, has peptides.
Is Luna on your bed snoring?
Can you hear her?
Slightly.
Shit. Yes. Have you been listening to her the whole time?
I just picked up on it like in the past like 5 minutes.
Should I put her downstairs? Yes.
Yeah. Our poor dogs.
I know. Luna, babies, you gotta get up. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm so glad you said something, because like I have literally blocked her snoring out. Like I don't hear it anymore. And I need other people to tell me. Because it's constant. Good. It's constant. Okay, where were we? Quarterly facials. And then you do chemical peels, Linz.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. It does, like when you leave the esthetician, is your face like raw? Like how does this work?
Right when I leave, I don't notice much of a difference because it's more of a long-term thing. So like she always asks like, hey, what are you doing in the next week? And I always try and plan the chemical peels around that, because you can't really wear makeup. Your skin, at least for like, you know, the 2 or 3 days that follow, like you're pretty peely, like very similar to what happens when you like first start using a retinol. Like it's turning over those cells very
skin
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picturing Samantha from Sex and the City right now.
Yes, it's exactly that. And so yeah, it's like there is no putting makeup on it, because the makeup is just going to look bad. You obviously don't want to like do any more exfoliation. It's all just about like putting the Aquaphor and the moisturizer on your face to like just get through that time. But you reemerge like
a butterfly.
Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we need to start sleeping in sarcophaguses?
Why do you ask? And wait, is it sarcophagus or is it sarcophagi?
Googling. I mean, sarcophagus.
But like plural though. The
The
archaeologists found the sarcophaguses. Or is it stars?
The plural of the word sarcophagus is sarcophagi or sarcophaguses. We were both
I'm
right.
going to use sarcophagi.
I like it. It sounds more official. It sounds more like I went to Harvard, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway,
I feel like...
Wait, what? But wait, how did that question arise? You want to sleep in a sarcophagus? Do we need to be sleeping in sarcophagi?
I mean, it's just so funny because like I've always loved skincare, but like the older we get, the more maintaining we feel like we need, which isn't wrong. And I'm like, might as well just sleep in a sarcophagus to preserve all night. We just, you know, just straight up get in there and...
Or just never go outside.
Yeah, we should just live in a cocoon to preserve our skin. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, love this chemical peel. I don't think I've ever done a chemical peel, but it sounds lovely.
Well, does Kate ever put like stuff on your face and then put like the red light over you?
No. I've never done that before, but I'm going to ask her about it. She does exfoliate. She does like an exfoliation mask where she's literally like, she has like, I don't know what it is. Like it feels like a towelette almost. And she's rubbing, like spreading the exfoliant on my skin, and it burns. it actually
Yeah.
feels like it burns. And then she takes out a fan and she like keeps it all over my face to like cut the pain.
Yeah.
It's like a good pain though. And then after that, she does, like moisturizing and all that kind of stuff. What is it called when they squeeze your skin?
Oh,
Extractions.
extractions.
She's
Yeah.
doing extractions and stuff. And then she takes out those cold balls, puts them all over my face. I texted her the other day and I was like, Kate, I have to reschedule our facial, but I can't wait for you to rub your cold balls all over me. And she was like, my cold balls are always ready for you. Oh God, I love her. Anywho, so love this. And then every like 6 months, and I have to preface this with saying I have not done this since finding out I got pregnant because you're not supposed to do Botox when you are expecting or breastfeeding. So it's been a minute for me, but I was getting Botox in my forehead like every 6 months. And I really miss it because it's like your forehead just looks so snatched and like smooth. I will say I don't get a lot of it. Like I tell them every single time I want there to be movement, just a little less of this like frowning that happens. So I would like to get back to that, but man, I need a full-time job just to keep up with all the products and the Botox and the facials and
Yeah.
it can be overwhelming, but I feel like I have found a good groove and really good mix between high end products and low end that still really work for me. So it's like a good back and forth when I need it to be. Yeah.
And I think, yeah, it's important to like, I think the pattern, like not the pattern, but some things, sometimes I think that what I need is a new product when really I just need to get back to consistency.
100%. I think it's a slippery slope because it is overwhelming how many products are out there and they all promise to do the same thing. And so, like, so many of them probably work great, but we don't need all of them. And it's just a matter of like, if you want to, I don't know. For me, like when I want to switch up a product, I first ask Kate, will this be good for me? She is the Bible
Mm,
for me. So I'm like always asking her, I really want to try this serum. What do you think? And a lot of times she'll be like, that has essential oils. It's going to really irritate your skin. Stick to this one that you've been using. Or, oh, this would be a good dupe of this one. If you are trying to like budget, get this one instead. A lot of times I just think I need like a million more products. And the truth is I just need to stick to the program, you know?
yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Botox. I've never had Botox or filler or anything, but I have been considering Botox more and more, like in my forehead specifically, because I am
Mm-hmm.
getting like, there's just a lot more movement there than there used to be. But then it's like, going back to me being not I like being very low maintenance. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to spend so much time during my day or my month or my week around like maintaining and the skincare and the beauty stuff. Like I just want to go and like enjoy my life. So I'm nervous to like start something like Botox and then have to keep it up for like until I die, essentially.
I hear you. It's one of the reasons I've never dyed my hair, like
Yeah,
ever.
I dye my hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because my hair grows really fast and the maintenance on that to constantly be dyeing my hair, I just don't have the capacity or the time to want to sit in the chair for a long time. So just fully embracing my grays, but also I guess I've never had like I more like different haircuts more than like the color of changing my hair. But with Botox, the reason I do like it is like it's just a little bit of like just a little
Yeah.
cherry on top, and I only have to do it like twice a year. So for me, that's felt really like doable.
Yeah.
They'll tell you you should come like once every quarter, but the truth is for me like it lasts longer than that and I'm okay if it wears off for a while until I can do it again. So I've just made the decision to only do it like twice a year and call it a day. But I
Yeah.
absolutely get it to like it's just so much another thing to maintain.
And just like, yeah, money ebbs and flows. And like,
Mhm.
I don't want to be like tied to like $500 twice a year. I don't know.
I get it. I hear you.
It's expensive.
It's so expensive. I
Beauty
know.
is expensive.
It really, really is. My mom used to say, beauty isn't pain, it's expensive. So it
Yeah.
is true. I don't think I'll ever go down the filler route, mainly because like I don't love needles. Botox is all I can handle really, and I that's another level of maintenance that I don't want to have to keep up. And I don't know. Everyone do you. Just for me, I probably won't, but also for that same reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you and I got good cheeks,
Mhm.
and I don't want like big lip. I don't know. I feel like I have
Your lips are
very just
juicy enough.
normal looking lips. I don't need them bigger. I don't need them smaller. They're just good.
Love it. Well, you already look
Yeah.
like a porcelain doll. So, a hot,
Thank you.
hot
A hot
porcelain
porcelain
doll.
doll. Oh, there's a speaking of Chaperone.
Mm.
We weren't speaking of her,
And we're back.
but and we're back to Chapel Roan. We were talking about her last episode, but there is a lyric, Liz. She says, "Call me hot, not pretty,"
That's
and
right.
I'm like, Liz could relate to this.
That's right.
We don't want to be cute.
We want
We
to
don't want to
be
be pretty.
so hot.
We want to be on fire.
Yes. What do I got to do to just like,
Exactly what you're doing.
oh,
You're perfect.
Lynnsey, please never leave me. Okay? Do we need a contract that you will never leave me? Sign on the dotted line. Thank you so much. This was so fun. I love that we made it happen.
Yeah,
2
but we need to
episodes,
do what
baby.
makes you happy. I'm not paying you to do this, to be like this, you know?
I'm sorry, I'm messing everything up. Okay,
No.
Linz, what is making you happy?
I forget. Hold on. What did I put in the notes?
We're fired.
Okay.
Oh my god. Wow.
Okay, what is making me happy is having a break from shooting. So I have been going so hard this summer, and there always comes a point in my season where I'm like, all right, burnout is here. Like, and the time is now. So I get all of September off, which is incredible. I am so excited to be home for just 4 weekends straight. Summer in Boise really lasts until like the end of October.
Oh,
So
that
we
sounds
have like,
amazing.
so yeah, I'm excited to have like basically 2 more months to actually like enjoy warm weather,
Yeah.
not have to shoot and catch up on editing and just like come back to me, because when I'm shooting and it's wedding season, it's just like I feel like there really is no room for me. And I know that's unhealthy and I'm working on it. But yeah, I'm excited to like come back to myself a little bit.
Yeah, I love that, Linz.
Yeah.
What's fall like in Boise? Is it like a true fall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when winter hits, how cold does it get there?
It depends on the winter, but I would say like average is like high 30s, low 40s.
So like Seattle.
Yeah, pretty close to Seattle. A little bit colder than Seattle, I'd say.
Okay.
But it doesn't really rain as much.
Yeah. And we
So
have like
Seattle is like,
I was just going to say we have wind chill here because of all the water, and it makes it
yeah,
feel like you know how you look at the weather and it'll be like it's 40 degrees, feels like 36 or it feels like 32, and you're like, because it just has that like chill, cuts you in the
yeah,
face.
yeah. So Seattle is like a wet cold.
Yeah.
Boise, similar to like when it gets hot in Seattle too, you get like it's humid. It's like you're like
Mhm.
just wet.
Mhm.
Boise is a dry heat. So everything is dry, which is why my skin can get super dry. In the winter, I
Mhm.
get like bloody noses a lot
Oh.
just because like we have to sleep with humidifiers. Like it gets very dry. I think that we're a 4 season area for sure, but my gardening center that I go to, she says that we have 3 seasons.
Hmm.
We have fucking cold, we've got warm, and then we've got too hot.
Okay.
I see little, like our spring and our fall are short. They're
Okay.
nice.
Good to
July
know.
is unbearable here.
What does that mean? Like
108 degrees.
oh shit. That
Yeah,
is
it is
really
not.
hot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's,
from dry heat weather, but
yeah.
108 is Oof. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, what's making you happy?
So, what's making me happy is actually the opposite. I'm looking forward to shooting.
Yay!
Like a lot of personal work, that I feel like it's just really imperative that I prioritize that. So even if it goes nowhere, even if it's just for me, like it's been really nice to have that in the works. Like I have a personal shoot on Saturday. And then part of that too is just like making stuff. Like I feel like it's been so long since I've made stuff. So what I mean by that is like I used to dabble in like mixed media things, but I really want to like start playing with like digital collaging just for fun, just see where that takes me. So, yeah, I feel like I'm entering a season where I'm going to be doing more of that, and that makes me happy.
I'm excited to see what you make.
Yeah. So, keep you posted. Yay. Well, we did it.
We did it. We recorded 2 episodes. We are back, baby.
We're back, baby. Did you miss us? We missed you.
We missed the podcast so much.
I know. So happy to be back.
Yay.
I love you. I'll see you next week.
I love you too. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
You can find the show notes at thesecretlifeofpod.com/episodes.
We would love for you to follow us on Instagram at The Secret Life of Pod, where we share lots of updates and personal musings.
Please subscribe, rate, and review. We read all of your feedback and it helps us grow.
If you have comments or ideas for future episodes, you can email us at hello@thesecretlifeofpod.com.
Okay, bye!